Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of Aviary Attorney with yours truly, SlowWolf. Last time we started a new case taking on a task given to us by Chief Inspector Valerti. The rooster was kind enough to give us 50 francs for our trouble, which is a decent amount of money, but there's something fishy going on, and I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about Inspector Valerti now that he's trying to draw suspicion on me and what I'm doing. Now, Mr. Falcon, the lawyer that we all know and love, our bird-brained, feather-headed friend, apparently changed his name right around the same time that the July Revolution, which was a pretty cataclysmic time in Valerti's life, well, right around the time that happened, he changed his name. And so Valerti's trying to fish out as to why. We are just going to continue investigating, because that's what we do best. At least, that's what I think. I think we're going to go ahead and take a look at R&M Associé to start things off. Yo, I love his spectacles. Well, this is most unexpected. Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrowson, I believe this is our first time meeting without disguises or pretenses, as it were. Oh, but first things first. Mousy, would you kindly fetch our guests some tea? Oh, of course, Monsieur Vulpes, of course! I can't even. Messieurs, what sort of tea would you like? Chamomile? Darjeeling, maybe? You know what? I'm the kind of person that would say coffee immediately. I'm not exactly sure, which one matters most. But you know what? Let's say coffee. I don't suppose you have any coffee, do you? Heresy! Now, Mousy. If our guests prefer coffee to tea, that's not for us to judge. I suppose they will be wanting milk and sugar, too. Oh, yeah, 3 spoonfuls would be lovely. You have no taste at all! I apologize for Mousy. He's quite opinionated when it comes to matters of hot drinks. Can't blame him. It's an important issue. Let's get down to business. What is it that you two came here for? We have a couple of questions. Alright. Obviously he's heard of a rumor of the uprising. But you know what? This would be an excellent time to ask if he can dig up some dirt on Croque Monsieur for us. Have you ever heard of a person called the Croque Monsieur? And no, we're not talking about the sandwich. Unfortunately. The Croque Monsieur. Are you referring to the black market salesman? The man who claims to be able to procure anything, no matter how illegal? Yes, that sounds exactly like the person we're looking for. Do you know him? Me, personally? No, monsieur. I just know of his vile reputation. I see. Then do you have any idea how we can find him? Meeting the Croque Monsieur face to face is not easy. The man doesn't make himself known to just anybody, after all. I know. I shall do a little investigative work of my own. Come back in 3 days, and I will tell you where and when you can find the Croque Monsieur. That's an enormous help. Thank you so much, Monsieur Vulpes. Of course, there is a price. A price? It is just a small fee. A mere 30 francs. Hey, we saved your derriere over that Prince Juan business. Is this any way to show you gratitude? Monsieur Vulpes, you must understand that this is no personal errand. We are investigating on behalf of king and country. I'm sure your intentions are noble, Monsieur Falcon, but I am running a business here. A fox has to eat. 30 francs, and I guarantee I will find you the Croque Monsieur. That's my final offer. What do you say? Yeah, we'll take it. Here you go, monsieur. Very good. As I promised, return in 3 days or later, and I will tell you where the Croque Monsieur can be found. Rest assured that I will undertake my end of the bargain with care and diligence. I expect nothing less. Thank you, Monsieur Vulpes. It is my pleasure. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Yeah, might as well. Monsieur Volpes, have you heard any rumors of an uprising? Of course. A man can't walk into a tavern these days without hearing angry men whispering about violence and revolt. It's as if they could make a musical out of it. I dare say that Paris may find itself in the midst of yet another revolution before the end of winter. But what can you tell us about these dissenters, specifically? Do you know where they are meeting? I'm afraid I only know what you read in the papers, monsieur. I know anti-government protesters were meeting out in the open until the government clamped down on large public banquets. With the banquets gone, who knows where the dissenters went? I see. Perhaps I can assist you with something else? No, that's all. That's all. Have a pleasant day, Monsieur Volpes. As to you, messieurs. The tea's ready, Monsieur Volpes. It's ready! I'm afraid you're too slow, Mousy. Oh, bother. That almost worked. Emphasis on the almost. Alright, so the fox is going to go and help us find some stuff, which is good for us. Having the fox do the dirty work, helps a lot. Let's see. We could go straight to Les Halles and start doing some shopping. Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense, all things considered. We would like to go ahead and see if we can't pick up those things, right? At least that's what I'm thinking. Like, we got a shopping list. If we can pick it up, that would make some sense. You know what? Let's go to the Canal Joyeux. Complete departure from going to Les Halles and trying to shop and stuff. Let's go to the Canal Joyeux, and here's what I'm thinking. I would like to have a little bit more information on the Croque Monsieur in this episode, if at all possible, and maybe we'll find something in the pub. I mean, the pub is the best place to find stuff, right? No! No drinking! Bad Falcon! Calm down, Sparrowson. I'm just here for information. Taverns are the first place people go to moan about the government. Therefore, they are perfect rebel breeding grounds. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, it's you two. What will it be today? Wine or beer? I'm afraid it's just questions for now, Madame Quenelle. Well, looking for a man called the Croque Monsieur. Have you seen him? No, that name doesn't sound familiar at all. Okay. Have you heard any of your patrons bad-mouthing the government? Of course! This is a tavern, hun. If people couldn't come here to grope and talk politics, where else would they go? That's true. But has anyone stood out? Well, just between you and me, the pair on the drinking floor have been acting very shifty. Now, I'm not saying they are rebels, but they're doing far too much talking and not enough drinking, if you know what I mean. I think I do. Thank you, madame. Let's see, where to go. We can play some card games. Maybe get some money back, but we've still got the 100 francs that we need to pay off the doctor, so that's okay, right? Besides, I'm not much of a gambler. And that's when the Mademoiselle told me to put the order in. No idea where she's going to keep them, though. Well, you know that she hates being called Mademoiselle. You're going to get stuck with guard duty again. Oh, right you are. The Madame it is, then. Wait, she ain't married, is she? So why do we have to call her Madame? Why don't you ask her yourself? No way! She was straight up eating me alive if I asked that directly. Wait, hush up. Do you smell that? It smells like eavesdroppers. Can I help you, monsieur? What are you talking about? What were you two just talking about before we rudely interrupted? Well, I would like to include you in our conversation, but to be perfectly honest, I don't think it's any of your damn business. Yo. What do I say? This feels important. Yeah. You're right, it's none of our business. Sure. You know what? I don't want to pry too much. If I say something rude, then they'll run off before I ask the other question, which seems more important. I suppose it isn't our business. I apologize for asking, monsieur. Quite alright. No harm done. Have you heard of the Croque Monsieur? I mean, he helped us in our last case with the whole poisoning thing. That was fine. Monsieur, Have you heard of a man called... Falcon, wait! There's a slight chance these guys might be rebels, right? So if we ask directly, they might be scared off. Good point. I'll try to keep it subtle. I'll try to keep it subtle. But Croque Monsieur, tell me everything. You know what? The first thing that popped to my mind is, where'd you get the swanky hat? Monsieur, where did you get that swanky hat? This old thing? It's just a regular cap I bought from a... Oh, man! Someone finally noticed my awesome hat. I waited all years for someone to notice it. Look at this thing. Who's a pretty Polly? I'm the prettiest Polly. Anyways, I bought it from Mademoiselle Elizabeth. I think her shop was called Rouge Odds and Ends or something such. Fantastic. Thank you, monsieur. Nice, Falcon. Now you can buy a swanky hat too. But we're no closer to uncovering the mystery of the Croque Monsieur. Oh, right. Monsieur, I see you are carrying a rifle. Evidently. Who manufactured it? Ah, good question. See, most hunters around here are carrying old French Charlevilles, but this beauty is something special. See, it's American, from the Springfield Armory. Springfield, Springfield. Anyway, that's the Homer Simpson song. Model 1812, percussion lock firing mechanism. An American musket, you say? That's certainly quite special. It must have been hard to procure. It's true, you can't buy guns of this quality from standard street sellers, but if you know the right people... Please, go on. Well... Okay, listen carefully. You didn't hear it from me, but to meet the Croque Monsieur... Actually, it would be foolish for me to explain in public. It would be much easier if you just took this. The Book of Judges. What is this? Some sort of law book? The book's subject is not important. Just take it. Oh, I see. It's the Book of Judges from the Bible. Old Testament stories of God smiting people and stuff. I appreciate the gift, monsieur, but I'm not religious. Nor am I. Then why are you... Just take it, you idiot! Bible books are what we used to pass around in code phrases, don't we? Code phrases? Bill, please. I'm trying to be low-key, and I can't do that if you're mouthing off with that big beak of yours. Right you are. Try to forget what my friend just said. Just with a little searching, and with the contents of that good book, you should be able to get what you desire. Is that a religious metaphor? No, monsieur, I'm being very literal. The Book of Judges has been added to your evidence folder. Good to know. Well, thank you very much for the gift, monsieur. But to be honest, I have no idea how this is supposed to lead me to our gun salesman. Oh, I see. Well, I hear that there's an excellent friar who performs Bible readings at Notre Dame Cathedral. Perhaps if you show the man your new book, he will be able to find you a particularly spiritual passage. Are you sure this isn't all a religious metaphor? I feel like you're trying to convert me. I assure you, I'm as secular as they come, monsieur. Friar at Notre Dame Cathedral. Thank you, monsieur. I'll make note. Was there something else that you wanted? That's all. I'm kind of glad I didn't pick that last one, but hey. Thank you for your assistance, messieurs. It's nothing. Now get out of here already. You two seem like decent fellows. You shouldn't get involved in this rebellion business. Just do whatever you need to do with the Croque Monsieur and get out of Paris. That's what a smart person would do. I appreciate the advice, monsieur. I think we're done here. Are we ready to hit the road? Yep, let's go. Yep, let's make a move. Alright, we got at least one or two more of those kinds of visits in us before we call this an episode. Let's see. Oh my goodness. We can go to Notre Dame now. Like, where can't we go? What place is off limits? No place is off limits. Yeah, you know what? Let's follow up on that immediately to Notre Dame. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the grand atrium of Notre Dame Cathedral. By the way, it's gorgeous. Scaffolding lines much of the crumbling outer wall. Unperturbed, a handful of devotees are silently kneeled in thought. Here for a little prayer, are we, Falcon? I had no idea you were the religious type. Don't be silly. I'm following up on Fontaine's lead. We must find our mystery friar. Do you think it's that hunched-over fellow over there? I bet it's him. He looked super suspicious. It could be. Let's show some tact. Oh god, no. Excuse me, Monsieur Friar! As always, Sparrowson, you're the best. Do you know what tact is, Sparrowson? Frere Remus. Yo! I mean, it makes sense that one would be called Remus and the other one would be called Romulus, but come on now. Let's see, what kind of voice do we hear? You know what? Let's do Michael Caine. The best Michael Caine we can. Yes, I'm copying from Northern Lions Playbook. No, I don't give a shit. Welcome, my brothers, welcome. All are welcome under the roof of the house of God. Are you here to confess your sins? Or perhaps you wish to join our services? It's not at all Michael Caine. You know what? Forget it. It's his voice now. Actually, Friar, we're here because... Falcon! That Friar! He looks eerily familiar. Now that you mention it, he does look a little like the guy who delivers our post, doesn't he? What? No, that's not what I meant. And how does he look anything like our postman? Am I going mad? Your friend appears to be upset. Don't mind him. He's just in a huff because he thinks you look like this judge we once met. Judge Romulus. I get that all the time. I'm his twin brother, see? Yeah, Remus and Romulus. Makes perfect sense. If you guys don't know that particular mythology, look it up on Wikipedia. Remus and Romulus are the two wolves that apparently that raised... No, the names of the two brothers that were raised by wolves that became the founders of Rome. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, good. I'm not going mad. Friar, would you say that you had a good relationship with Romulus? We were close, but as you may have heard, he got in trouble with the law recently. I haven't seen him in weeks. I see. I didn't mean to pry. He's no trouble. But tell me, why are you here, my brothers? Oh, right. We have a couple of questions. What's with all the scaffolding? What's with all the scaffolding? Is some sort of construction work going on? That's right. A little repair. A little renovation. It's no secret that the cathedral has seen better days. The cult of reason did a lot of damage back in the days of the revolution. But now we're well on our way to restoring this holy place to its former glory. The cult of reason. The religion of Christianity. Hey, Falcon, what's the difference between a religion and a cult? Don't be rude, Sparrowson. Don't worry, my brother. I understand how it is. To a young person, all ideologies look like gobbledygook in different packaging, don't they? Pretty much. Then maybe you'll learn the differences as you grow up. I promise some ideologies are worth following to the very end. But let's not talk anymore about cults and ideologies. Did you want anything else? Could you take a look at this? Friar, we have something that we would like to show you. Could you take a look at this? We heard that you could give, special passage readings. Oh, I see. You have your own copy of the Book of Judges. I think you will find chapter 15, verse 2 to be particularly enlightening. Let's see. Chapter 15, verse 2. This chapter follows the journey of Samson, the heroic judge with divine strength. In this part of the scripture, Samson is confronted by the men who are angered by Samson's notion of justice. Please, could you read the passage? Okay. 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock Etam. They said to Samson, Knowest thou not the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us? And Samson said unto them, As they did unto me, so have I done unto them. As they did unto me, so have I done unto them. A beautiful sentence, wouldn't you agree? I would say it's barbaric, personally. I'd say it's barbaric. But in the interest of playing along here, we're going to say it's poetic. Because if I say it's barbaric, he might be scared off. Fuck it, let's go with our heart. It sounds a little barbaric, to be honest. I think as a society, we've moved past the need for petty tit-for-tat revenge. You must understand that Samson was a judge. Not a judge of today who sits on a high chair and files endless paperwork, but an old judge. A holy judge, a prophet. Prophets were to be admired and feared.
They made their own judgments and dispensed their own punishments.
Kind of like your brother, huh?
I'm starting to ramble, aren't I? Okay, let's get back to the point. The key word of the day is Etam. That's the name of the cave where Samson hid. The rock of Etam.
Etam. Got it. I'll make a note. It's like a backwards mate, but I'm confused. What do we do with this key word?
That is for you to learn on your own, my brothers. You appear to be intelligent. I'm sure that if you put your faith in the right people, you can uncover the truth.
We'll see what we can do.
Is there anything else I can help you with today? Perhaps you wish to make a confession?
Nah, that's all. Thanks. I think we're done here. Thank you for your time, Friar.
Go in peace, my brothers.
Okay. It's getting there in terms of episode length, but we still have some ideas. Where could we go? I mean, we could go shopping. But, like, this is getting deep. I want to figure out what's going on with this. Adam, the Rock of Adam. I'm trying to think. You know what? Hold on a second. Let's just look it up in this guide for a minute here. I actually do have a guide open for this because honestly, if I didn't have a guide, I'd get the ending I didn't necessarily want, and I would like to play this to a point where it's like, okay, I got the story that I wanted out of it. Okay, perfect. It says here to go to Louvre. All right, sweet. Maybe there's a piece of art there or something. Yo, that's another wolf, man. And isn't that the madame that we gave 20 francs to earlier this winter? Here, let's find out. What kind of voice do you think this guy's got? He looks a lot like Romulus. What do you think?
Excuse me, madame. Have you a moment to talk about the cult of reason?
Tell your pyramid scheme to someone else, bud. I've got a kid to feed. That's probably not her voice at all.
Madame, it's not a pyramid scheme. Madame, take a leaflet at least. What about you, monsieur? Would you like to learn about the glorious teachings of Jacques Hébert? Huh, a cult is it? Not today, monsieur. I've been in my fair share of cults. But this cult is different.
A member of the cult of reason, huh? Strange. I thought that cult died out way back in the old revolution. Hey, Falcon, that person. He looks like a run-of-the-mill cultist. I can see that, but doesn't his face look familiar to you? I don't want to be racist, but I'm going to be racist. He does look familiar. Actually, the resemblance is uncanny. Shall we get his attention? Uh-oh, he spotted us. Oops.
Wait, monsieur, we would like a quick word.
Come back! Teach us the wonders of the cult of reason! He's gone. So I'm not going crazy, right? That guy was the spitting image of Judge Romulus, wasn't he? I can't deny the similarity. Then again, there are plenty of wolves in Paris. Maybe there's no link at all. Either way, we have an investigation to conduct. Let's focus on that. Right. Where to first? Alright, so we got a couple of options here. Obviously, as per usual. Let's start from the salle du table. Work our way from right to left. This is the room we investigated during the Poison Rose case, right? Why are we back here? I can't help but feel that I saw something here a couple of weeks ago. Something that may be of use to us. Really? Alright, let's take a look around. What about this? Some of the plates look like a suitable size, but I think they're made of bronze. That's no good. Yo! This urn. I remember it. That's the one that smelled of chocolate. Yes, but more importantly, it's made of copper. Why is that important? Oh, I see. You're thinking of Mr. Trouvé's request. He wanted a copper pot, didn't he? This would do nicely. But, this is a museum piece. We couldn't just take it. Could we? Couldn't we? I don't know. Could we? We could. We could. You want to be a museum robber, Sparrowson? It's been my lifelong dream. Marvelous. Put this urn under your coat. That's not gonna fit under my coat. You're already weirdly shaped. No one will see anything out of the ordinary. Hey! Copper urn has been sneakily added to your evidence folder. This is exciting. What else shall we steal? Nothing. We're going to leave before we draw suspicion. How about a painting? Just a small one no one will care about. Like the Mona Lisa. Let's steal the Mona Lisa. Let's not. This wouldn't do. It looks like it's made of iron, and it would be too heavy to move anyway. How ironic. That's not... Never mind. Even if this column were useful, I can't imagine we could take it with us. Columns! These could be useful if we feel like recreating famous moments of Roman history. I'll be Brutus. You be Caesar. Why do I have to be Caesar? Actually, never mind that. Why are we acting in Roman history? We have a job to do. Is this thing useful? The giant doorstop? No, but I'll keep it in mind in case we encounter any giant doors. Okay. That seems to be everything. We're done here. Now, for now, at least. We can't spend all day robbing Roman artifacts, I suppose. So where to next? Good question. Go on, Galilee. Let's look around. Let's see. Who to question, who to question. Oh dear, it's these guys again. Keep it together, Eric. Maybe they won't recognize you.
Excuse me, monsieur. It's us, the Philistines. Remember?
Were they talking to me? Yep, they're definitely talking to me. Okay, deep breaths, Eric. Hi!
We have a couple of questions, if it's no trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. Do you know about an uprising?
Do you know anything about an uprising?
An uprising? You know, people getting angry, being violent, overthrowing the government, stuff like that. Goodness, no, I don't know anything about that sort of thing. Oh, never mind then. What's the deal with the cultist outside?
Did you see the cultist outside?
The cultist? You mean that, cult of reason fellow? Yeah, he accosted me a few days ago. We chatted for a while, not by choice, of course, but because I didn't know how to get out of the conversation. I got a little out of hand, he insisted that I take a pamphlet.
Let's take a look at this. Be Your Own God, an introductory guide to the cult of reason by Jacques Hébert.
And he even added his own signature, see, at the bottom there?
To my new bestest bud, Eric. Happy reading. Best wishes, Silvius.
Green ink, too. What a fiendish color choice. That guy was such a slime ball. We aren't even close to the bestest buddies.
At least we know the cultist's name. Silvius. Do you mind if we keep this pamphlet, monsieur?
Be my guest, I don't want it. Sweet. Did you want something else?
No, that's good, thanks, man. That's all. Thank you for your time, monsieur. You've been a great help.
It's no trouble at all. Alright, and we will never see him again. Tuileries Garden. Let's see what's over here. Maybe Mr. Robinho! There he is. Hey, Falcon, isn't that our old friend? You promised to get my sentence reduced. What happened with that? Why am I still stuck doing mule work, huh? We've been a little distracted. We had this messy case, and now we're investigating stuff, but I guess we can fit in some time to see the judge. Oh, mon Dieu, forget it. I've got another week to go, and then I'm done with this dumb job. So what do you want? I haven't found any interesting bits of paper today, if that's what you're hoping for. Actually, we wanted to ask a couple of questions, if you have a moment. I have a moment. Just one. Mind.
Do you know about an uprising? Monsieur Robinho, do you know about an uprising?
You mean like a rebellion? Yeah, I've heard rumors. There's lots of uneasy people in Paris. What kind of rumors? Nothing specific. There's just a group planning to form a huge protest before the end of February. Some say it might get violent. If you were wise, you would probably fly out of the city as soon as possible.
So people say. Do you plan on leaving?
I couldn't even if I wanted to. No thanks to you guys. But in any case, I'm sticking around for photograph opportunities. Wartime photography. Imagine the possibilities. Sounds profitable, but mostly dangerous.
Sounds like a good way to get hit by a stray bullet.
I guess. But all that danger just means that I'll pay really well. I thought this plan through.
Evidently.
Anyway, did you want something else? What's the deal with the cultist outside?
Did you see the cultist in the Place du Carrousel?
Yep, he's been hanging around all week. Today he tried to hand me a leaflet, so I told him where to put it. And where would that be? What? Where'd you tell him to put the leaflet? Oh, I see. Never mind. Monsieur Robinho. Do you know about that guy? What's his story? His story? How should I know? He's just a cultist loser. The Louvre attracts those type of crazies all the time. I see. Did you want something else? That'll be all. That's all. We'll let you get back to work, monsieur. Well, that's all of them. I think we're done here at the Louvre. Are we all done here? Yep, we're done here. Yep, let's make a move. Good call. We can always come back later if we've forgotten something. Yeah, but not for free, mind you. Every time you forget to do something in this game, something bad happens. Like, something absolutely god-awful happens. Alright, well, this has been a pretty long episode again, so we're going to call it here. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. If you did, be sure to let me know. Hit that like button down below, and if you want to see some more content like that, punch the subscribe button really hard with your mouse. I'm sure that'll totally work. Just don't actually physically do it. You'll break your screen, and I'll see you guys in the next video.